food. Deb joins us now via Zoom. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm great. How are you?
Great. I love this idea of improving their own quality of life by growing their own food. But that might be difficult for some, maybe if there's some mobility issues. So what are some ways to still be able to carry this out?
Yes, it's really important to be able to connect with nature, get outside. It increases your flexibility, gives you a purpose. And I was at the Legacy Parklands recently, and I was impressed that they have a gardening club
Yeah.
every Monday. So this is something that with seniors, they're recognizing it's very important. So one of the suggestions that we have is to be able to start your gardening indoors and use some hydroponics. So something like that, and even if you are kind of a little bit behind of the game and starting things like herbs, thyme, garlic, or mint, excuse me,
Yeah.
garlic is a bulb and you plant that at a different time of the year, but those types of things can be started indoors.
Okay.
And the other suggestion is because of decreased flexibility, is to be able to, number one, use raised beds for gardening, and that helps to reduce the weeding
Right.
also. The other thing is to garden within pots. You could put basil in pots, you could put cherry tomatoes, those types of things you could grow right on your back patio and be
Ah.
able to harvest those vegetables.
I love that idea, even for myself, but it
Yeah.
just seems so convenient. But you mentioned something earlier, Deb, about the club, this gardening club. I imagine when you're talking about improving a person's quality of life, that time together, what does that do for a person's kind of their mood, their psyche?
Well, number one, if you're not able to garden alone because of the things that we've talked about, being able to connect with either having a caregiver with you, your family, it gives that social connection where you can enjoy the fruits of your gardening, as they say, together with that person too. So it's the whole process. It's not just the end product of getting those fruits and vegetables and herbs, but the entire process of connecting with other people, maybe sharing your knowledge with others, and then being able to harvest those fruits and vegetables. And then you could plan on cooking with them later too, and cooking together, which would be a wonderful thing.
I love the idea of something that they have planted in the garden or in the pot, and then they can cook or just share together with a meal. That is a really special moment.
Yes, yes, it is. And especially with prices the way they are right now, why not take advantage of gardening and growing something that you could make organic and not use pesticides and
Sure.
different chemicals on as well? So it's just a great idea all the way around.
Yeah, gardening and like we mentioned, the mobility issues or flexibility. Sometimes you need to get down on the ground and really dig in there or pull those weeds. And so this is a way just to avoid that. I imagine also maybe asking for help, sharing with a neighbor. Maybe it's a neighbor that could maybe do some of the labor, and maybe there's something else, that a person can offer as like a trade just to really help each other out.
You're right. It can be for so many different reasons. And like you said, with the flexibility and not being able to get down on the ground, there are different tools and equipment that you could use, maybe ergonomically correct tools
Sure.
that the handles are a little thicker to help out in that way too.
Yeah. Gardening, is that something you do as well?
I do, and actually, my son's fiance started a garden in my backyard, and we've been enjoying watching it grow. We have a pot that you just could sprinkle lettuce seeds in, and the thing about that is you could cut it down, enjoy a salad, and it grows right
Yeah.
back too.
I love this idea, and I also love the idea of just the traditions passed through the generations. Say an older person is passing this down to a grandchild, and it's just a very economical way or approach to having a fresh garden, fresh fruits and vegetables at your table, and saving some
Yeah.
money.
What some of my best memories are my old Italian grandfather in the garden and me helping him out and eating those vegetables while he's picking them. It's so much fun. And the kids, I did it with my kids too,
precious
planting a
moments.
garden and doing it together.
Yeah. Deb, thank you so much for sharing those tips. Hopefully a lot of people take advantage of it. I know I might start potting some tomatoes or just something simple. Thank you so much for that.